Welcome back to Dream League Season 5, live here from the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios, and we just witnessed an amazing game. What else can I say? What was it amazing? Was it throw upon throw? We'll find out as our analysts will decide what it is. It was, of course, Virtus.pro taking on Finem, and Finem against many people's expectations, including these two unbelievers.
Whoa. I said it would go 1-1. I said it could possibly go 1-1.
But after this draft,
I did favor VP's lineup, yes.
VP. Yes.
I spoke with Puckhat during the break, and we had very similar thoughts. We both thought that Klinks would have been really awesome in that lineup. I don't know, that game becomes really hard because the OD felt really scared of the Doom the entire game. Yeah. And it's very difficult because in those team fights, if the OD does get doomed, you really do lack damage because you're running like a support Lina and your Ench, you know, the farm wasn't amazing because the other cores have to eat up all the farm on the map. And the biggest turning point in the game, obviously the Roche fight, Jake was like, why did you do this, VP? Please, God, why? Stop. I don't want you to lose to Rubik. I think something along those lines.
I believe, we can talk about that later, but I believe that Roche fight
is our replay.
Oh, good.
Let's check it out.
I think the first fight that Sven had a BKB? Or had a long duration BKB?
Yeah, it might have actually been the first.
What is this? Who drew that? Who drew Also,
this?
for people, pause please, for people wondering, we have to put these buttons somewhere so they're on the cooldowns. I'm sorry that you can't see them. I know you really want to see the cooldown. And I think they can tell that those are the colors.
Every color was bigger than the last.
Can we unpause until we see both teams?
Yeah, so we pretty much see instantly, like this fight starts off, dead Lina, right?
Yeah.
There's not really a whole lot that VP can do unless, you know, Yoku is in range to imprisonment, but I think he's actually too far away. What ends up happening is Aloha Dance gets dragged back and just gets bopped so we can just play slow-mo. Yeah, he's actually, didn't even react. He's just like, nah, you're dead, dude. I'm out of here. Peace. So this is the really important thing, right? So if we pause right here, Aloha Dance is already massively out of position. And if you look at what Finem are doing, they are concaved on high ground. So there's already this position where FNG can't really go in because he's not going to hit a reliable sphere.
Yeah.
So if we keep playing, we'll see that they pretty much just decide, okay, nah, this is a really bad position for us to fight into. We're just going to let Aloha Dance kind of die. And this imprisonment buys time, but you can see that at Finem, they don't go into the river. This is such good positioning by them because they know that the only way they lose this fight is by getting chronoed. So they're just letting Aloha Dance pretty much bite the bullet here.
Here it is right there. You see that? That Doom on the out?
Walking up
that was the perfect target to get that Doom on. If they got anybody else but him, that fight could have gone any other direction, but it was perfect.
Interesting to note, though, before playing on, Skylocker's the only one that has put himself in jeopardy, right? So he's taken some damage. But at this point, the fight's actually going to start. This is the point where I believe both fights decide, you know, now we have to fight. But at this point, Aloha Dance almost dead. No4 almost dead as well. And we already have a doomed Yoku. So I mean, this is the perfect start for Finem already. This is the perfect positioning to take the fight.
It really is. It is actually perfect. As Draskell was saying before, there's only really 2 targets that you want in this game to doom, and they get the #1 priority, and they take him out. That's their main damage dealer right now, and he's just destroyed before the fight even gets anywhere.
FNG gets 3 people in the chrono, which is of course great, but he's not the main damage dealer. No team. He gets a time dilation off, which is great, but at the same time, his team gets destroyed by the 2 remaining players of Finem, as Badara and Spartan are just wrecking people. Basically.
I mean, it was honestly that move. That right here was just it. Getting that OD, man.
I believe we are going to see the grand getaway from Mr. FNG, so let's see.
Yeah, this was pretty good. Nice juke
They should have stopped chasing him so long ago, though. Like, it's not even worth chasing this hero.
But they did pick him up on the tornado, so I thought, you know,
yeah, but I mean,
die.
As soon as he time walks into the tree, Roshan's still alive. Like, it actually would have been better to just not chase him, obviously in hindsight, because we know he doesn't die here. But just as soon as that hero's running away, he has no sphere, there's 3 people dead. You definitely just kill Roche and then just start to push. Because the time that they spend chasing this is just, it's completely wasted.
Chicken music, yeah!
The Benny Hill is definitely necessary because it illustrates how silly of a play it was to keep chasing.
Yeah. But what a fight. That fight, you could call that fight the turnaround fight. The game lasted a lot longer than that, though. We had some back and forth going on.
Yeah.
That was really where Finem started to take dominance. That was really the turning point because you have like this core OD, and like this Ench kind of want to transitions into a core as well because you need people to deal with the Sven, and that's what everyone kept talking about during the game. It's like, yeah, we have all these tools to kite the Sven and deal with the Sven. But they played so well around the Batrider like getting the lasso into the Sven is what put them in a position where they were able to control the map in the first place. And once you get to that point as a team with Bat, it's a lot easier to hold on to that control, even against things like Chronosphere, because you get one good Doom off, you get one good lasso, and then even if you hit a perfect sphere, which I think FNG hit 3 targets in that fight in the Roshan pit, it didn't matter because there was no damage and the fight was already split up. So Finem just executed extremely well.
So what have you learned from this game?
Rubik's pretty good, I guess. You know, I'm just disappointed in myself. Before the series started, I said, Finem, I think they're going to have it. They're going to be able to punish the aggressiveness really well.
And then you hated on Rubik.
And then I saw the Rubik, and I changed it all the way.
That happened.
Gosh.
To be fair, I will say that VP picked heroes that were bad into Rubik.
Yeah.
Like, the reason why PyCat and I thought that Klinks was better is because there's not really anything you can steal from Klinks. But stealing Viper Strike is still mega annoying. Right?
And Void's Chrono.
Void's Chrono, that obviously was already at a stage where they were winning. But clearly it can happen. Normally you just want to use time dilation instantly as soon as you Chrono every single time. But you know, you get a 3-man Chrono, your team dies, you buy back, you're already losing. It's like, tough game.
Tough game.
It was a very tough game. So this game, I wouldn't necessarily say outpicked, or would you still say that despite the game being so long?
I actually think that VP's draft was still very solid. But it's like at the start, when the game was about to kick off, I was like, you know, Finem have to play well around these heroes. That's how they win the game. They have to execute. They have to find picks. They have to, you know, control Roche. And they did it. So they met the criteria necessary in order to win the game with their heroes. Whereas VP, maybe their lineup wasn't as hard to play, but because of the Batrider pressure and how hard it was for them to actually get a good team fight going, they just really struggled to regain the map back against that Batrider. And obviously the Sven had ridiculous amounts of farm as well. So he gets like 1 or 2 auto attacks off in a team fight, and that's all he needs.
So what are we going to see changed in the draft, you think?
I really think that the Doom was, like, even though he was criminally underfarmed.
Yeah.
I will use the word criminally.
The poorest Doom
ever.
Like
literally ever.
Okay.
It's like he wasn't even using Devour. That's how poor he was.
I think it's more like, you know, everybody's breaking records today in all these games.
Yeah.
I want to break a record. Damn, got him.
Got
Poorest
him. Lowest
Doom.
GPM and still won.
Yes.
That's like some form of a Melk award.
I think so.
And if PyCat were here, he could actually help me out and do his Melk impression. But, you know, I do think that hero gave them a ton of issues, and maybe they didn't have the best answer for it, because that Doom was a very early pick as well.
Yeah. It was first pick, actually.
It was first pick Doom. So maybe second phase, think about doing it. Maybe take it yourself. It's not a super hard hero to run. I think VP have done it in the past anyway. I think it would be a really nice thing for them.
So you'd say take the Doom away from Finem. At this game, actually, Finem will be on the Radiant side, I believe, and Dire
they
side
should
for
be. That's normally the
VP, so
rotation, because it's like the teams usually, if they have choice, they always pick Dire. They never pick first pick. It's very rare that you see a team, I think, in this.
It used to be first pick.
It used to be, yeah, but it seems like at least in DreamLeague, no one ever takes first pick. It's always we pick Dire.
I think somewhere during the Shanghai Major, the trend kind of shifted.
Yeah.
In terms of going for Dire, as we failed to load, unfortunately. So we gotta wait for the actual load.
I'm blaming Owen.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't know. Either way, though, that was one of the most entertaining matches I think that we've had. I mean, the ebb and flow, the comeback, the loss, and a long match, too. It seemed like they were really evenly matched, and that was a lot of fun because, you know, Finem was considered one of the big underdogs. So to see them be able to come in there, go up against VP, which are one of the stronger guys in the tournament, a lot of fun. I hope to see something like that again coming up
I think
soon.
a lot of it is attributed to Spartan.
Yeah.
Like having a solid captain really makes you, it makes you able to upset better teams, or you know, you say better, but you know, realistically they've been together for longer. FNG is a very experienced captain, but it just goes to show the power of having one person saying, okay, we need to fight here, this is your target, you go for this guy, you doom this guy, and then we can win these fights.
That Roshan fight, I mean, that just showed captaining. The Roshan fight we just saw. The control, the positioning.
They had such good positioning there. Like, you know how many teams would have just been like, oh, we're going to kill Aloha Dance, let's all we're Chronosphered.
Yeah.
And then, you know, shit would have got real bad. But
the control was there.
The poise, man. That was
you
was
can
key.
honestly tell. They let Aloha Dance go because they saw the other people coming in. They're like, here come our big targets. Let's get them instead. Great captain, man. That guy knows what he's doing.
He does.
Gotta keep the eye out.
Let's see if he knows what he's doing in the next draft as well. We are actually in the draft of game number 2 at